What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Lions Nation Unite. You see who it is. My man Jim is still down. Man, feel better, brother. We want you back on the show. But today we're going to say, man, Anthony Lynn may be gone already. I don't know, man. The signs are pointing to it. I don't know. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some Josh Reynolds. Can he open up the deep ball for Charlie check down. Can he open up the deep pass for that dude? And the tie is it put that #1 overall draft pick in jeopardy. We got a lot to talk about today. But before we do that, it's time to bring in, you know who he is. The ladies love him. My man, LL Cool Tones. What's up, my dude?
What's up, Proud Nation, and good morning.
Hey, it's time to bring in, you know who he is, the third man of the crew. Who?
Coach Jones. Who's Coach Mike Jones? What's up, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, good people. We're going to start this one off by swinging it over to everybody's main man, Curt.
All right, so signs are pointing to maybe an early exit for Anthony Lynn in Detroit. Now, this is coming from some credible sources. One of the people may be over there, Dave Burkett, over at Detroit Free Press. Now, one of the things that he noted was the play calling on Sunday. Not really good when you have a guy who's a first-year offensive coordinator in Detroit getting his play calling duties taken away from him, halfway through the season. That's not a good sign. And it really is not a good sign because he's a former offensive coordinator and he was a former head coach. That's not a good sign when the head coach takes your play calling duties away from you like that. Now, there's plenty of offensive coordinators in the league that don't call plays. You look at Eric Bieniemy out there in Kansas City. He doesn't call the offense for the Chiefs. Andy Reid does that. But in this situation, is a little bit different. You have truly a first-time head coach taking the play calling from a guy who's done this several times. So that's not looking good. But you look at how the offense improved during Dan Campbell's play calling. Dan Campbell's kind of blowing it off. He's saying, it's purely a team effort. He's giving the old rah-rah, kumbaya, team first type of speech. But, and there is now speculation. I can't say that, it's substantiated, but that Anthony Lynn may be in line for that USC job. Nobody has taken that full-time hire for USC. So what do you guys think about maybe some signs are pointing to Anthony Lynn, maybe it being a one and done in Detroit?
Oh, man. You know what? There was a little bit of confirmation from reports, a little bit, because the boosters from USC kind of said that they had, kind of gave him a little package, you know what I'm saying? But of course, all coaches are going to deny that. And, when you're in the season, they're going to deny whatever reports coming from outside because they don't want nothing to, to come in the way of their current job. But it makes sense. I just, Anthony Lynn was a good hire for Dan Campbell, so he could study that guy and how he called his plays and things like that. But you can't really expect Anthony Lynn to remain under somebody else's wing. I mean, that guy has a lot of experience. He had a few successful seasons in San Diego. I just don't see him staying here another year, man. Not because Detroit is 0 and whatever, but just because he got too much experience.
Okay.
I think honestly, I don't know if I want him to leave. I think the whole Dan Campbell thing was him trying to figure out, as I said before, if it was, if it was one part, if it was the players, or if it was if it was the offense, the X's and O's, or is it Jimmy's and Joe's? And I think that maybe he got a clear answer, like, all right, no matter what Anthony Lynn called, this guy's still gonna mess it up. So maybe on that front, I don't think he's gone from that standpoint. I think they understand where the issue was. But if he does leave, I think it will be for another opportunity. probably something like USC or whatever it is. And with that, congrats. Go ahead and take that. Do whatever you got to do. I'm all for the advancement of, whoever wants to advance. So do your thing. But for me, he's welcome back here. I don't necessarily hate him that much yet.
You know what, though? To kind of close this out. If you look at what Dan Campbell's have said previously, that he knew this coaching staff wasn't going to be together too long anyway. He said you got to enjoy what we got while we have it.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. When Dan Campbell did take over the play calling on Sunday, this had a Dan Campbell feel to the offense where it was smash mouth, hard running, ground and pound type of deal, biting kneecaps, getting mean, getting angry, getting nasty, some old smash mouth football. And I just don't think that that's the way that Anthony Lynn was calling the offense. And maybe it was the right thing to do. I mean, it'd be a lot of Lions fans will be happy. I'll tell you that, because this is a whole bunch of people calling for Anthony Lynn's head already. So, but with that being said, hey, like this content, like the video, share the video. Hey, if you haven't done so already, do your boys a favor. Go ahead and click on the subscribe button. We're on that march to 4,000, and it's just a thing. We need you right here, Proud Nation. So go ahead and do that. And help us out. Get on this bus, Gus. Get on this train, Wayne. You know what we need to do to get to 4,000. The family discussion topic for today. Do you think Anthony Lynn is done in Detroit? Let us know in the comments down below. You know how we do it. We take 6 comment cards from each show, and we go ahead and read them on the air on the next show. So we're going to do that later on in the show. Now, for my news and rumors topic, man, that tie. Woo! That tie puts us in a pickle. Basically, what needs to happen is we need to go 0-16-1 to maintain the number 1 overall pick for the next NFL draft. The reason being is because that if we win one game, that puts us behind Houston if they lose out. And I don't see Houston winning another game. With that being said, and the reason being is that we have a better winning percentage because a tie is a half a win. So we have a better winning record. Now, if we lose out and they lose out, even with the half win, with the strength of schedule, which ours is the harder schedule, that makes us a higher draft priority. So that's why we would get the number 1 overall pick because of strength of schedule. But if we happen to win a game, we're going to be in the number 2 slot. I'm like, man. Now, some people don't want the number 1 overall pick. They want the number 2 slot because you can, sometimes people think it's got more flexibility in the number 2 slot. But what do you guys think about if we lose? If we win a game, we're going to be number 2 going into the draft next year.
I hate it. I don't. I don't like it. I don't like it at all because I feel like Houston, they doing what they got to do. I think they're aiming for number 1. I ain't looked at their schedule, so I don't know if they have any potential wins on there, coming up. It's a bad spot. I don't like rooting for a team to lose. Like I don't never want my team to lose, but I understand the importance of us, losing in this scenario. I even asked, like, what happens if we tie twice? Like, I'll be okay with that, I think. But, man, I mean, in all honesty, maybe, let's say we win a couple and we end up, second or third or whatever it is. We won't get Thibodeau, but Aiden Hutchinson will still be there probably. I didn't get a chance yesterday. I looked it up and I seen that it's available on YouTube. The game tapes from each game from Aiden Hutchinson and from Michigan versus Penn State and from Oregon versus Washington State. I usually look at those just to look at those 2 players. So, but I looked at the stats. Thibodeau had 2 sacks and a couple tackles for loss and things like that. I think Aiden Hutchinson had 3 sacks and a couple tackles for loss and stuff like that. So just as far as numbers wise, me personally, I wouldn't be completely devastated if we don't end up with a number 1 pick, but I think that would be some real Lions type stuff, if we do all this losing and still don't get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, we can tie one more time because of the schedule and have one win. But if we go anything above that, if we win another game or we tie 2 more times in this season, we will drop down to the number 2 pick because of the fact that we will have a half of win more than this. Say if we tie twice, 2 more times, so we go 0-14 and 3. we would definitely we would give up the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah. Before Mike get in, I just got one question. Like, what's the record for ties in the season? Is it like has anybody ever had more than one tie in the season?
Not that I know. I can't off the top of my head. If you know this, drop it in the comment down below. We want to know that. Has there been a season where a team has tied more than once in a 16 or 17, a 16 game season? So that would be interesting to see if anyone tied multiple games to see how that worked in the modern NFL. When you talk about 1920, we talk about 1980 and above. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you've seen it where 1980 and above, where a team has tied more than once, go ahead and drop it down in the comments. All right, Mike, what you got?
Okay, I don't think it matters because I don't think anybody in Lions Nation wants us to take quarterback in the draft, and we all want a pass rusher, and those are the top 2 guys. So I think it just really doesn't matter which one of those guys is taken. They both gonna be monsters. So it really, yeah. I mean, it's whether we do, whether we don't. 1 or 2 ain't gonna matter. We're gonna get an elite pass rusher, period. So hey, it is what it is.
Now I've been asking people this question because I'm still trying to make up my mind. Like I can see what everybody likes about Thibodeau, but man, like, Hutchinson, it's almost like what's a goon to a god. Like, they're both monsters, but one might be a little bit more of, a monster. I don't know which one at this moment, but so what do you think? You think they're pretty much even, Mike, or you think one is a touch better than the next?
I mean, I love Michigan, so I mean, I'm
right.
I'm made some blue all day. I watch Hutchinson every week. So right. I think I'm gonna be a Hutchinson guy. Like, that's just, what I'm saying. Then his backup McGregor came from my high school, my alma mater. So yeah. So man. But Hutchinson, he looks like the prototypical pass rusher. He looks like a Bosa. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like a Bosa. Mm-hmm. So I would favor Hutchinson over Thibodeau just because I'm not from the West Coast. So I don't really get to see him that much. But yeah, man, Hutchinson all day.
I would say the only thing that I would say Hutchinson because of but despite the major injury last year, he's been pretty durable. So you see Thibodeau going out for nicks and cuts, some dings, but as far as I think Hutchinson Hutchinson stays on the field more than Thibodeau. Yeah. I think he logs more snaps.
He is. I think Hutchinson, as far as what he'll be asked to do here, probably playing, he'll be that edge rusher, which means he may have to do some other stuff. But I think he's the more complete edge player. Yes. But as far as pass rusher, I'm not, man. I don't know, man. Thibodeau, that I make a lot of jokes. I say, like, real quick, people, they teleport. Mm-hmm. That get off. When you see him, he raise the arm up. That get off is next thing to teleportation, man. He get around people, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't mind either, but I don't know, man. If we got a chance to get Thibodeau, I say we gotta. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose out like that, but, man.
The only thing is, man, is when you get picked that high, you gotta do something else besides be a pass rusher. You gotta have that complete game. You gotta be able to stop the run as well as be a pass rusher. So
and that's what I see. The differences with Hutchinson is that he's better in run support. He can rush the passer, and he can set the edge and run support as well.
Yeah,
Thibodeau get lost in the wash quite a bit in the run game. But I mean, just as far as what if everybody has their incomplete or what their fault, right? Their flaw. Mm-hmm. That's what coaching is all about. And maybe I just got too much faith in our coaching staff, but who knows, man? You get a guy like that here with. I just don't know. I don't know. And I got commitment issues either, so I like them
Right.
both.
Right. Hey, you know what?
And Kyle Hamilton.
You know what? We was all wrong about Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? We was all wrong about him. We you know, so
speak for yourself.
Yeah.
No, I knew that was dynamite in the bottom. Man, I knew he was gonna be something crazy.
Yeah. Hey, if you like this content, you know what you gotta do: like the video and share the video. It helps us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. Hey, it's still Salute the Service month right here in the NFL, and you know I'm rocking the 2021 Salute the Service cap. All the proceeds from the sales from the Salute the Service go to veteran organizations like the USO, Wounded Warrior, and the Pat Tillman Foundation. So go over and check it out at fanatics.com. We will make sure we check on the link. I know we had a comment yesterday saying that the link was broken, but we'll check it out because the link in the description, a portion of those proceeds go to help us grow the content on this channel. A small percentage of those sales from that link. So let's go over to my man LL Cool Torrance's topic for today. What you got, my dude?
Well, my topic for this What Up Though Wednesday is, can Josh Reynolds unlock our deep pass game? Just to read a quote from an article from PrideOfDetroit.com, it says it was more. This is a quote from Dan Campbell, by the way. It was more just I wanted to make sure that when he's up, Campbell said of Reynolds Monday, he has a chance to have some success. There's enough that he knows in the playbook before we just throw him out to the wolves. That's all. I mean, not that he couldn't handle a couple of plays, but I just felt like we had just gotten him and we worked some of these other guys, and I wanted him to be able to digest what we're going to do before. But he'll be up this week. Reynolds has the potential to be a deep threat, and if his chemistry picks up where it left off with Goff from their time in Los Angeles, on paper he appears to be a potential option downfield. In the previous 3 seasons with the Rams, Reynolds averaged 13.9, 15.5, and 11.9 receiving yards per route run, catching passes from Goff. Not massive numbers, but further than 6 yards.
Yeah, check down Charlie.
It's whatever's clever, man. That's honestly what I think. I think they're really some of the people, like when we were trashing Goff early in the season, some of the comments was like, well, he don't got this and we need to see him with this and blah, blah. I think we saw enough to call him trash, but maybe this is, how the saying, even a garbage can gets a steak. Maybe this is garbage cans a steak to see what he can do with it. I don't know if it's going to help because I honestly feel like you can put anybody out there, he's still just going to throw it to whoever he feel like it, but maybe he'll feel like throwing it to Reynolds. What do you guys think?
Well, looking at the situation, it may help. I can't say that it won't. He maybe it's the whoopee. He needs a whoopee, and that security blanket, somebody who will make him feel comfortable besides Hawkinson, and that may open up the offense. I mean, you see, maybe the play action will be better. You can't do nothing but try. I like the fact that Dan Campbell they held him out and let him digest more of the playbook because it's not the same system that they ran out in LA with McVay, so he needs some time to mature it. You look at the situation out in LA where they just kind of threw Odell Beckham out there. He wasn't out there for that many plays. I think they wanted to avoid that. They wanted him, get him some time to kind of learn the playbook and get them some things in. So I think he has some potential. I think the way they want to run the offense now with heavy run and then play action, he has the ability to do that. And then you can put him on the outside and put Khalif Raymond, and you can run some, you definitely can run some go routes on the outside right now with both of those two guys.
Yeah. You know what this is gonna be telling, man, if Jared Goff is really checked down Charlie, or if Jared Goff just really don't trust his receivers. Because that could be something. That could be an issue. Like Jared Goff can be in practice looking like, man, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knows what's in his mind. He could be in practice like, I'm throwing it to Swift. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it'd really be a telling thing, man. If Josh Reynolds is put in at the X or Y, you know what I'm saying, and and they run play action, or he gets a lot of deep passes in that first game, and you'll be like, man, Goff just didn't see nothing with the receivers. Maybe it was wrong of him. Maybe he had bad perception, or maybe he just didn't trust him. So that's going to be real telling.
You know, I agree with that, but I think sometimes it maybe does he trust himself?
Right.
He know his shortcomings because he know that arm ain't the strongest. He can get there in some situations, but
yeah,
I think right now sometimes he might be in his own head. I think his
right.
confidence is shook for some reason.
Right.
Where did that damn ball go?
right.
If you like this content, you know what you got to do, baby. Join us right here on the March the 4,000 right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know, it's free. It's free. If you need more free, it's free 99 and 50 free cent. So definitely go ahead and do that and join us right here and join Prowl Nation right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And, you know, let's talk about my man, and let's talk about those guys over there with Herman Moore over in their app.
Man, if this is the, what do you call it, the virtual hangout for all Lions fans, come on over to Lions Nation Unite. You might see us all talking about LNU, any hashtag like that. It's all fun and games on the on game day. We be in there talking all types of crazy. 1 week we had a guy in there who we called Jared Goff's girlfriend. That was real fun. But but you know, come on in there. You know, join us. Come and talk all of your junk. And it's all of us over there. Even Herman Moore being there sometimes. So come and see what it's all about. Download the app on Android and iPhone and join us on Sundays and any other day. You can post your content. You can post your man cave. Post all your Lions stuff if you feel like. Come on over.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great time over there. And all your favorite content creators for Detroit Lions are over there. You know, they post their videos right there in the app. You ain't got to leave the app to watch it. You can watch it right there in the app. And it's a one-stop shop. Like I said, like Ella said, I call it the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans right there in Lions Nation Unite. Now it's time for us to do what? Zip our lip and see what you had to say about yesterday's show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. All right. First up, we got a friend of the show, and he's one of the hosts of the Roar at 4. Big Wes Kivinen says trading Decker is a stupid move created by the clickbait media like Valente on 97.1 The Ticket. Would never happen in reality. Decker is just on a long-term contract to stay in Detroit, and the dead cap hit alone will make a trade likely like this impossible.
Or he just signed a contract. That actually makes it more, makes him more tradable. Is he got a contract, right? So they don't have to worry about, oh, we're gonna have to re-sign him for the next biggest contract offer that's on the table. So, but you know, like I said, man, it was just all because we didn't want to see the first pick of this new regime struggle, and that's what we all thought. But it was changed, so you know that's what it was.
Yeah. If I could comment real quick, I personally think I almost wish the trade would have went down. Like a big trade, though. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple twos or a 1 and a 3 or something. Just something very worth it to see what people will say. Because of course, you know, hindsight is 2020. We could all say was dumb and was not, that it didn't happen. But I wish that it would have happened just to see people's opinions on what happened.
Right, I feel you.
Kale says, did not Decker learn from Terrell Crosby? Crosby's name was thrown out by the media as trade bait, and it never happened. He needs to talk to Crosby how to handle these situations. Crosby handled it like a pro, then he got released. Now Decker's play from here out better match his mouth. The media will be watching his performance very closely. Right. I think Decker's safe. I think if they didn't trade him, then I don't think they're gonna cut him. So I don't think you need to learn nothing from Tyrell Crosby.
And Crosby actually he's actually back on the roster on the injured reserve. He reverted back to the injured reserve once he cleared waivers.
Well, there you go.
Okay. And you know what? The follow-up is this next question. It kind of wraps that little thing up. Is KC Bay Boy says, Decker said he can handle the noise. What bothered him, and this is where I was trying to say, was his family, mom, dad, etc., reading the crap and calling and texting him about it, worried about him. Nah, that was a typo. I agree with him. if lies start affecting my family, I'd be pissed too. And yeah, I think that's the main thing that affected him. It wasn't the talk; it was the talk from home. So
Yeah, definitely.
As a person whose mom texts him about stuff, if I say something, what she think is crazy on Facebook, she'll text me about it. So I can understand.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Brian Wells says, Taylor Decker, don't get caught up in that jump. Just go earn your money and show up on Sunday. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is go out there and play your game.
The Blunt Report, shout out to them, says, only dummies will trade a solid left tackle when you don't have any talent to replace him. Quality offensive linemen are hard to find. A team devoid of talent should never trade a player like Decker. Collect the talent, not draft picks. Right, but maybe one day if y'all tell yourself the truth about Decker, Decker is solid, like you just said. A solid left tackle. And that's about it. Penei Sewell been mentioned that he could probably be the next Anthony Munoz. You know what I'm saying? He could be the next generational left tackle. We ain't never heard that about Taylor Decker. He didn't even get a deal that says he's the generational left tackle. He's our left tackle. I don't mind him being here. Only trade him for a blockbuster trade, but to trade a solid piece for a generational piece when it's, at least in my opinion, easier to find a right tackle than it is a guy to guard your blind side, I don't know. I'll be a dummy for that.
Man, you know what? That is true, man. So yeah, Decker has not been the best at times. So I feel what you're saying, man. King Ess-Jay said, I don't blame Decker for being frustrated with the media and the trade rumors, but as a professional athlete, that comes with the territory. Yes, it does. Having said it, was almost kind of nice to see him get pissed off and passionate about it and show he wants to play. He wants to stay in Detroit. Yeah, man, that's true, man. That was kind of refreshing. So,
all right, hey, definitely. Thanks for the comments. You know how we do it. We get 6 of them from each of the previous shows, and we read them on the next show. So go ahead and keep commenting. We definitely get them right here on the YouTube channel. So go ahead and comment right now.
All right. Well, you know where the show is headed, to everybody's favorite part of the show, the dessert with our man Curt.
All right, Dessert with your man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Stay running that football special. You get 4 helmets, 4 logos of your favorite team, along with 4 footballs for $35. You can go ahead and click the link in the description below, or you can go to delightfulbites18@gmail.com and send her an email and go ahead and get your cookie on over there at Delightful Bites. You know, it's Salute the Service Month right here on Detroit Lions On The Prowl and in the NFL. And, I'm saluting my veterans. And I got to give a shout out to DSA member Seth Walker. He is a Air Force veteran. He just put a great article out on LinkedIn, so go over and check him out. But, I got to salute my guys. Thank you for your service, my man. Happy belated Veterans Day, and we appreciate you and your service to our great nation. So you know who it is, Seth Walker, DSA member, and that is a dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Now let's go ahead and walk over to that wall of fame to see who's on that thing. We got a bronze member. We got Detroit Drew holding it down as always. We got John Kapler over there. And you know who we got. We got Shano Insano holding it down in the bronze member. I love that name. In the bronze members. For our silver members, we got Jason Portis over there. We got John Martin kicking it in the building with the silver members. And we got Gold Lions. And for our gold members, we have Larry McQuiston, Pride 74. Miles Gibbs, he worked hard. That dude be doing some things, but he holds it down over there. We got North End Ken out there on those roadways. Stay safe, my dude. Just in the D. And the Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description. Jim is still out right now. We will let you know definitely on our social media sites if we're going to have the Gold Members meeting today. So stay tuned for that. I know we said it was supposed to be for today, so stay tuned. We'll let you know if we have it or not going to have it. And just keep checking the community board for the announcement for the Gold Members meeting today. Now it's time for final thoughts. LL, what you got?
Final thoughts. Rest up, Jim. Don't rush back. Take as much time as you need. We'll try to carry on without you. Get you some vitamin C. Put you some lemon and some honey in your tea. Take it easy. Take a couple naps. You know how I got to go. But just get better is the main thing. And on this What Up Though Wednesday, be kind. And we got a big game on Sunday, so let's get ready for it.
All right. So, Mike, I know you got some house cleaning notes. Go ahead and let me know on your final thoughts.
Yeah, man. So, my final thoughts is, first of all, Jim, get well soon. Can't ever forget that. But, man, Santoso was so bad, we signed 2 kickers. We signed 2 of them. So, yeah, man, we signed 2 kickers. The name slipped my mind right now, but we signed 2 of them. We also released Geronimo Allison. That move is probably to make way for Iffy coming off of IR. I believe it's this week or next week. So yeah, man, those 2 moves, man. I just can't believe we signed 2 kickers. We was like, you know what, bro, you hot trash. We need 2 of them. We got to decide. So one of those guys will probably be leaving before Sunday. You know what I'm saying? They just working them out throughout the week, but. Yeah, man, that's it, man. We signed 2 of them. Santoso's trash.
Yeah. Final thoughts. This kind of caveat on that. Someone said that was the worst field goal attempt in NFL history. that kick. I said that kick would have traveled 30 yards, let alone 48, which was the length of the field goal. But Santoso, good luck in your career. Maybe you can go kick in Canada or somewhere. I don't know. Maybe you can teach kicking somewhere. I don't know. I don't think you have a spot in the league no more after that performance. Anthony Lynn, just to have to close out the show, will he be one and done? It's going to be a tight fit. Whatever is going to happen with him is going to come out to the end of the season. I think with that offer, if that's correct, those boosters making that offer from USC. That's going to be hard to turn down.
Yeah, that USC money is tough.
Yeah, they got deep pockets out there. I mean, just look at that the music school that Dr. Dre built out there, and they got deep pockets. But you look at that, I don't know, Anthony Lynn, man. But I like what Dan Campbell did with the offense on Sunday. So. I mean, if he does leave, you bring somebody else in. I think he would want that same type of smash mouth, run the ball first type of offense. So, whoever's going to be in there, Dan Campbell wants his stamp on the offense, whatever coordinator comes in to fill that position.
Mm-hmm.
So, whoever. Hey, but you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Man, it is such a joy and a pleasure for us to bring you this content 4 days a week on tape. And then, we got Free for All Friday coming up. So hang out for that. You never know who's going to stop by. That's live on Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So go ahead and check us out over there on those platforms for Free for All Friday. You know how the song goes. It's Friday, then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. You know how we get down. But my motivational message for the team this week is consistency and persistence are the 2 main things that build a strong team. And those things that we're trying to build in Detroit. If you look at what Dan Campbell did, the consistency of the persistency of the play calling and how they just kept running that, exploiting that matchup and doing that same play over and over again. And while Matt Nelson was in that lineup, it kept working. So that's what we need right here on the Detroit Lions to get what some people might not want. They probably want a tie, but I think they're gonna. For something to tell me, the most Lion thing to do, we're gonna win a game. I don't know who it is, but we're gonna win one. We just gotta hope. We gotta have a Texas win at least one. But hey. You know what day it is. It is hump day, baby. The grind is almost through. It's getting tough right now. It's the hump day. So get over the hump. you know what you got to do. That napkin, the crumbs off your face, finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Mike, this is Curt, Steele, and Jim. Man, we need you back, man. Rest up, and we will holler at you real soon.